Sure, he may have the attention span of Sheen, but he's the only reason the old Fantastic Four movies are even canon, so you should be on your knees worshiping this fire god. And we all know when times are the darkest, the Human Torch character himself shines the brightest, willing to go the extra mile, willing to make the sacrifice play. But I like my Johnny Storm the way I like my Johnny Gage, a showman with a little splash of Johnny Bravo. Welcome back to the Super Real. I'm your host, Zach. Today, we are ranking each Fantastic Four character. We are excluding the old 90s movie. We got more subscribers than expected last time, so we're setting our subscriber goal for 100 subscribers. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off our list, we have 2007's Cloud Galactus. He's a cloud. No lines, not a scrap of dialogue. The Silver Surfer is talking to no one. The Silver Surfer is talking and getting nothing back. No screen time at all. Just because he's a mute cloud does not excuse the lack of screen time. Even the Flying Nimbus had more character development. At least he looks like he needs a whole planet. The guy is massive. But he was also murdered by his own help. Galactus 2007 is just the worst. At number 18, we have 2015's Dr. Doom. This guy is just not doing it for me. He's emo Dr. Doom himself. He brings nothing to this movie outside of a lackluster third act fight. I also hate his aesthetic as Dr. Doom. He's just not looking like Dr. Doom. He's just a bottom tier guy. No redeeming qualities about this character at all in the slightest. Stop melting my eyes, bro. Next, we have 2015's Johnny Storm. Most people in this movie are going to be bottom tier, but this character barely got any screen time, and they didn't make him cocky, really, and they didn't make him smart like the Human Torch in the 2025 Fantastic Four movie we just saw. He's also a government soldier in this movie. Most of the people are. It's really a shame because we see that he has acting chops for the superhero role. I mean, I loved him in Chronicle, and we see him in Black Panther. It's really a shame that he couldn't pull off the Human Torch. I'm sure he wants us all to forget about his time as the Human Torch. At number 16, we have Ben Grimm / The Thing from the 2015 Fantastic Four movie. This guy was atrocious. He's naked, for Christ's sake. Put on some clothes. He's the only naked thing we've ever had. He's the government soldier number one. They sent him out to get Reed Richards. He's angry the entire movie. His CGI wasn't bad, but the design was terrible. He's just a bottom tier character to me. Put some clothes on, Ben. Now switching, we have Sue Storm from the early 2000s. This may be a shocker to some of you, but her character is the worst. She is one-dimensional in both movies in the worst possible way. In the first movie, all she is a prize to be won. She's like some trophy. Go back and rewatch it. All she is a prize to be won. In the second movie, all she cares about is her wedding, despite the fact that Galactus is on the way and that Silver Surfer is turning the planet into a porphyritic rock. She doesn't even want to be a superhero. She's actively planning on leaving the whole team and running away off into the sunset with her and Reed. She's a bottom tier character. She's the worst Sue Storm we've ever had. And I like Jessica Alba, but she is just not a good Sue Storm. Switching over to Sue Storm in 2015, they gave her character a little bit more depth than her previous counterpart. I mean, they actually show her being smart. Sue Storm has a doctorate, for Christ's sake. But her character is still pretty stale. She doesn't add much to the film. She's not even with the crew when they travel to the next dimension. So she shall remain in the depths at the bottom of this list. Next on the list, we have Reed Richards from 2015. This guy abandoned his friends for starters. He also broke the cardinal rule of showing way too much stretchiness without enough stretchy fabric. It's freaking gross, my guy.
Say that again.
I do like how he showed Mr. Fantastic's ability to be a master of disguise, not that it kept him safe from Naked Ben. And he does crack teleportation at a very young age, so he is crazy smart. It's just everyone else on this list is just a better character in my eyes. Hey, not for nothing, bro has teleportation on lock. Bro looks like Rick Sanchez out there popping in and out. This Mr. Fantastic has the aesthetic that I fully endorse as well. He seemed really smart, although not smart enough to keep Black Bolt alive. And he almost, I guess we could say he really caused Black Bolt's death. But he dies a respectable, stretchy person's death at the hands of the Scarlet Witch. Now we enter the more respectable part of the list. Starting out the respectable part of the list, we have Johnny Storm 2025. Like I said in my Fantastic Four review, there's nothing really to not like about this Johnny Storm. He's smart. They gave his character way more to do than the previous character that Chris Evans played. This Johnny Storm, he cracked the language barrier between him and Shala Ball, Silver Surfer. And without that connection that he made with her, we would not have survived the Galactus attack. He's a great Human Torch. He played his role excellently, but he is the lowest ranking character from this new movie. At number 10, we have Pedro Pascal making his Marvel debut. This guy's crazy smart. His plan to move Earth almost worked, but for the Silver Surfer coming in, Kool-Aid smashing all the freaking transmitters except one in Manhattan. He doesn't really have the Mr. Fantastic aesthetic for me personally. I'm sorry, but the guy is a good actor and he played the role really well. He's got to work on his stretching ability though, because look at this. This is amateur hour. This is lackluster. Let's go, the OG Mr. Fantastic, the best Mr. Fantastic in my humble opinion. Sure, maybe he wasn't the smartest Mr. Fantastic out there, but he had the aesthetic down pat, and he drove the flying scat pack, the Hemi.
Hemi? Of course.
Of course, this guy just takes me back to a time where my biggest decision was deciding whether to go with the Steel Penguin or the Fire Monkey. Always go with the Fire Monkey. To a time where TVs had palpable static that you could feel from 6 inches away. He gave us an iconic dance sequence that rivals Tobey Maguire's dance sequence. What's up with superheroes in 2007 dancing? These movies came out like a month apart from each other. Johan Grufford is a class act and he is the best Mr. Fantastic, the highest ranking Mr. Fantastic. I really like Vanessa Kirby in this role. She owns the character of Invisible Woman. She's the best Invisible Woman we've had so far. She's crazy strong. She overpowered Galactus for a few brief moments. She had the guts to address the angry mob outside of the Baxter building. She's not afraid to speak up.
That's my family, bitch! I would lay down and die behind my family.
She's an excellent Sue Storm. I am so here for her character. At number 7, the OG Silver Surfer, Mr. Aura himself. This guy was so cool back in 2007. That chase scene with Johnny was crazy at the time. And this move right here is such a flex. Look at this guy riz up the very impressionable Jessica Alba Sue Storm. This guy was only limited by the movie's runtime, but he still had time to throw hands at Dr. Doom. Oh, and he's still alive after destroying Galactus. Don't mess with Norrin Rad. I gotta say, Shala Ball is a top tier Silver Surfer for me, if only for the amount of surfing she does in the actual movie. She was crazy fast. The way they had her zipping around was incredible. But honestly, her heralding Galactus is what really puts her above the OG Silver Surfer. I mean, she really brought it in that scene. That's basically their whole job. Find the planet, tell the people Galactus is coming, and she did that perfectly.
Herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
The galactic glutton himself, the space Snorlax Galactus. We finally got a comic accurate Galactus and he looked epic. Sure, I thought it was a little suspect that Sue Storm could overpower him, but hey, the guy was probably hungry.
Big boys gotta eat.
Just hyped we got to see him done right on the big screen. I didn't get that megalophobia effect I was wanting, but hey, it was a great Galactus. I was so happy to see him done right. He is easily a top 5 character and there aren't many I would put above Galactus. Johnny Storm from the early 2000s. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, he didn't take anything seriously. He wasn't smart. Everything was a joke. And to that I say, sure, he may have the attention span of Sheen, but he's the only reason the old Fantastic Four movies are even canon, so you should be on your knees worshiping this fire god. And we all know when times are the darkest, the Human Torch character himself shines the brightest, willing to go the extra mile, willing to make the sacrifice play. But I like my Johnny Storm the way I like my Johnny Gage. A showman with a little splash of Johnny Bravo. He's funny, he's charismatic, he loved the spotlight, and that's why we love Johnny. At number 3, we have the OG Ben Grimm. This guy is the only character that has any real character development or character progression in the old movies. You see him as normal Ben, then you see him lose his wife, you see him lose his dexterity, and come to grips with his new look after Reed puts him in the master lock. This guy gets cured and then voluntarily chooses to become a golem. Talk about taking one for the team. We see him find a new girl, Alicia Masters, and he's happy. He's a top tier Fantastic Four character and really the glue for that whole team, really the rock for that whole team, no pun intended. One of the most underrated Marvel villains of all time. This guy had the aesthetic down pat. This is my Doctor Doom. This is the Doctor Doom I imagined when I was playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance. He even has his own Green Goblin-esque boardroom firing scene. And in typical Psycho fashion, he responds back with violence in a way that only Doctor Doom can. This guy's walk, I mean his look, this guy was a menace to society from start to finish. I'm talking from the beginning of the first movie to the end of the second movie. He was a problem. He's been single-handedly carrying the character of Doctor Doom for 2 decades. We did actually lose the actor on July 2nd of this year. R.I.P. Julian McMahon. You will be missed. This version of Doctor Doom gets the Sly Cooper grin of approval. This Doctor Doom is my Doctor Doom. Finally, the best thing that has come out of the Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm 2025. There just isn't anything to not like about the guy, and he has the positives of being really smart, strong, he's an excellent pilot, he's a top lad, knows how to shop at the big and tall store, he's definitely the best dressed Ben Grimm we've seen. He can grow a proper beard. What more can you ask the guy to do? He's a man of the people. He's the only member of the Fantastic Four you see in the streets, you see actually interacting with the people. I think he's gonna adapt to the MCU just fine. All right, you ghouls, you hunt 10 fiends, you top lads. There you have it. That's the video. If you enjoyed this video and you stayed to the end, then I guess the algorithm thinks you're my target audience. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button so I can keep entertaining you. 100 subscribers is the current goal. Thank you so much for inviting me into your home, and thank you so much for joining me into mine. I'll see you guys in the next video.